Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Splashback here with another video. It's our week video, which is Monday through Thursday. If you were here for our weekend video,
the last one,
you would have seen we did a $2,200 weekend.
Crazy.
So awesome. And the item amount wasn't even that tall, so you need to check that out. Some
tall?
of those wasn't even that high.
We're gonna
tall,
go with
same
tall.
things.
Wasn't a tall amount of items.
Not a tall number. But
English is their second language.
There are some really good items in this video, so go check those out. And there's something in this video that matches one of those items. So, cool.
If you're new, this is Linda. I am Cameron. We're gonna go over what's sold in our online store. This is my wife. She is learning English though, so give her some time. Anyways, we buy stuff at garage sales, thrift stores, and estate sales, and we sell them online on platforms like eBay, sometimes other platforms like Mercari and Posh. We're going to show you Monday through Thursday sales. This first clip will be Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So stay tuned. Hopefully I have some cool stuff to show you. Like she said, we sold some really great stuff this weekend, so check it out. We also have another cool item here to show you, plus a good random assortment of stuff, which is always fun. Let's get into it. How do we do?
So, sorry, I'm looking at one of the items we sold. We came in at 13 sales on our main platform, eBay. We're doing so good last week with hitting at least one of our extra platforms every day, but they've kind of...
Since this weekend, nothing.
Crickets.
But we're still making goal, which is good.
So 13 sales on our main platform, eBay. We came in at just under $950, and one of those sales takes up almost half of it, but even without that, we still made goal.
Let's get into it.
First up, we have out of our Funko buy, our $200 Funko buy that you guys saw, we got like 200 of them, almost like $1 a piece.
Yeah, something like that. About $1 a piece in it. We've done pretty well. We sold one for like 80. That was the best individual. And we sold some sets. One set for over 100. And a couple sets for 50, 60, 30. Most of them sell for anywhere from like 15 to 25. It wasn't a bunch of good ones. And then a lot of them we weren't even more selling. But these two, we lotted together. These little Dragon Ball Z ones.
This is Mecha Freesia with Blaster, number 845. And Future Mai with number 817.
So she's never watched Dragon Ball Z before. But anyways.
No idea what that means. But those sold for $22.50 shipped.
Happy to see them go. We have, I don't know, 2 bins left of those, 2 buckets left. We've sold through a good amount.
Yeah, I've been able to like downsize them. Every time we sell enough, I'm like, okay, let's see if I can.
We bought them last year when everyone watched this, but it was August because around your brother's. It was the day of your brother's wedding.
That was September.
Or September. That's what I meant. It's a good thing it's not my anniversary because I would not have remembered it. But anyways, on the way to the wedding, it was super hot, but on the way there, what do? I come through in the clutch before a wedding, still find a way to spend $200 and make a great deal. And we also bought some shoes from her. We sold some Nikes from her. It was a great buy, and the Funkos have been worth it. So we got more to sell. Let's get into the next item.
Next up, we got this pair of Polo Ralph Lauren shorts. They're men's 32. They're like a blue-green pastel, and those sold for $22.50 shipped.
Is that where I got them from? I think I got a garage sale for like $1.
Then we have this Ericsson RDC 101/20/1 R1S fiber optic
a lot of R's in there.
Link multiplexer. You probably have one of these laying around just like we do.
If your multiplexer goes bad, it's easy to tell. You'll be able to, you just grab it, you buy a new one, $103, really easy to install, just plug it in.
Karen picked these, got like 10 of them?
No, like I think 20.
Oh, like 20 of them.
From a guy who cleaned out apartments and storage or houses for a company. He would come and haul off everything.
And he got everything.
He wasn't supposed to keep anything, but he did. And these were in one, he would sell it to me at his garage sale, or I'd come to his house sometimes. And on a deal, we were off on a deal. We had a bunch of other stuff I was buying. He had a whole bag of this stuff. And he goes, for 50 or more, I think it was 50 or 70 more dollars, would you do it? And I'll give you this whole bag. And I looked him up and I'm like, none of them sell, but one of them's listed for like 120. And I'm like, there's 20 of them. I'll just take it. We'll see. I'm glad I did, because this sold for
$103.
And we've sold like 6 of them so far. So even if I never sell another one, they are slow. But every time they sell, it's very hard.
Not many people need multiplexers.
And one person bought them and you need to like overnight it or something like that. That's how sometimes they need this stuff like right away. So
yeah, it's some kind of whatever this Ericsson brand is. It probably
we sold this brand for cables and stuff too. That's what some of that stuff is. We have like Ericsson cables we've gotten, so been pretty profitable. Yeah, I hope to sell more one day.
Then another Bissell Steam Shot Deluxe accessories. There you go. And that sold for $20 shipped. I just did 2 more of those recalls, so just
if you didn't watch the last video, the vacuums were called. I bought 10 of them for steamers. I bought 10 of them for $5 each. They give you a $40 refund if you send or cut the cord and show a picture, but the accessories work on the other Bissell stuff, so you can sell those, and we're getting an extra $20 shipped out of those. So you probably make like $7 to $10 on those.
but
Right.
we're also making $40 on the item.
So that's just extra.
Awesome.
Next
up, we got this Adams IdeaTech V3 Hybrid Gap Wedge.
Well, G there. By the way, just quick tip on golf. Usually sand wedges, pitching wedges, and gap wedges sell pretty well, even on lesser brands sometimes, because people lose these when they're, you know, in the rough or whatever they're playing from. If they're in a little sand thing there, and they throw their club because they get mad, or they throw it to the side because they're mad or whatever. This is sometimes where people lose them. So those kind of wedges are good to find. This is a good brand. Adams paid $3 and it sold for
$45 shipped.
Yes.
Next up, we have this vintage 1971 the Sex to Sexty Dictionary. It is everything you always wanted to know about sex to sexty and sex. 4,500 laughs, the American slanguage.
Let's do a quick little tutorial.
It's interesting.
We'll go with this one.
It's bad.
The thing is, Miami Roulette. Go into a dark room with 5 old people. You can't even read it. But a term that someone in our life says this, a Mickey, a loaded drink. Also means something else. But anyways.
There's some bad ones in here, guys.
Yeah. I got this in a big book buy, and I just knew someone would want to buy this for the laughs. And it paid off and it sold for
$18
shipped. Yeah, so hopefully got a good laugh. Yeah.
It's so bad, guys.
It's like Urban Dictionary before you had the internet, basically.
Meet us at YouTube or eBay After Dark and we'll read you some of them.
Next
up, I picked up a Black & Decker handy chopper at Savers. And Cameron parted it out for me.
Last piece left.
We did the lid, the bowl, and the blade.
I think on that one we sold the lid and the bowl together, actually. Because sometimes you look and the lid bowl sells better together, sometimes separate. It just depends on how the market is or what's listed.
And that sold for $12 shipped.
Yep, pretty good. And usually we pay just a couple bucks for those.
Yeah. Next up, Cameron got that lot of Beatrix Potter stuff that we had. Like, it was almost like somebody's full nursery.
It's like a little rolling
so there's
rattle.
A little rolling rattle. There's little bunnies. There's a mother goose in there. Rocking rabbit. It's kind of weird. And
there's some other ones. I'm not going to pull them all out. But
in all that stuff, there was like ornaments and picture frames and different cutesy stuff. So
there was some pewter figures that sold pretty well. We sold a set of pajamas. That was a random thing in there. I spent $100 on all of those from a guy who bought a unit from an antique store, and they had all this Beatrix parts. And we also sold some wallpaper.
Yes.
It was very profitable for $100, but this is kind of the leftover stuff that didn't have a lot of value by itself.
And it sold for $42.50 shipped.
So I'm just happy to see it go.
Then the big boy, out of the $800 doll sets that we got, we have this doll. This is the Integrity Fashion Royalty, number FR16 from 2015. She is Sweet Tartan Tulabelle True. The 16-inch doll. This box is intense, guys. It holds.
So that's kind of what.
So that's that, and then it's got the decoration inside. Very nice. They're thick boxes.
This is a nice one, though.
This is Tulabelle. Tulabelle.
Looks very fancy. Looks pretty much brand new. Like there's her boots there. Look like some rain boots or Doc Martens. Something. There's some jewelry, like a little I don't know what this is. A beetle.
What?
A little jewelry there.
Oh yeah, like a little, almost like a blue ladybug kind of vibe. Like
ladybug. That's probably better. I don't think it's a beetle. Unless she's from. I know she could also be from the Mummy.
That makes sense.
This is the ingredient.
But that's Tulabelle.
Anyways, this is from McDonald's Fashion. What's it called? Royalty is the brand that kind of makes a lot of these. But this is the Tutor-Bell or whatever. But Fashion Royalty is like the overseeing brand that makes a lot of these dolls. If you didn't get the memo, and we told you already for 3 times on a watch the prior video, we sold 2 dolls for basically $1,000 for 2 of them almost.
Over the weekend.
So this has been very profitable from $800 doll buy. This is our 6th doll to sell, and this one sold for
$400 shipped.
So that is awesome. We're rolling the profit. And this young lady right here was very worried when I bought all these dolls.
Careful.
She was very worried that I bought all these dolls, and she kind of questioned it.
Just be careful.
And once again,
careful.
The $800 was worth it. And she looks back and she goes, "Honey, you were right." So you can just say it now in front of everybody.
Who sent you the money?
You sent the money from my one account to
I
my
sent him the
other
money.
account.
He called me because he didn't have the cash to be able to do this sale.
No,
So Sugar
no.
Mama had to fund it.
Wrong.
That's kind of how that works.
I Zelled it.
It's fine though, guys. So
First of all,
anyways,
she
on
doesn't-
to the next item. Next up, we have this pair of...
I work 2 jobs. This job and a real job. And this isn't a real job, but a 9-to-5 job.
I
And-
work?
Yeah. You work 1 day a week.
No.
2 days, 1.5 days a week. And you help out here as long as I do. And I Zelled all the money from the one Chase, our business account that we had. But sales had kind of been slow at the time. And I said, hey, can you send a couple funds from our other savings account just as a buffer real quick in case things get bad, which we needed to do, which is also the money I made from my other job. So let's just let the record show.
But who did he have to call to...
And I could have done it
okay?
myself, but I just didn't want to.
I don't know if that's it.
So...
Anyways, on to the next
let her
sale.
have her glory.
On to
That
the next
Sugar
sale.
Mama.
On to the next sale.
She doesn't even buy me a Slurpee anymore.
What?
She used to buy me Subway when we were dating. She'd come home after she would skip college, her skip college class, and she'd I'll be there at like 6. She'd be there at like 5:30 because she would leave class early and come with Subway.
Or just not go.
Yeah, exactly. Because she just wanted to get married so she didn't have to work for the rest of her life. Anyways, now I buy everything, and I'm lucky if I get a birthday present.
Oh, please.
Actually, I got a laptop for Christmas. But these are Linda's personal.
A very fancy laptop.
Before I knew her, she used to always wear this kind of stuff at the grunge market.
That stuff. They're a pair of studded pyramid leather bracelets. They're like vintage punk gothic kind of vibe.
I did sanitize them just to be safe. Who knows what they've been a part of. So I did clean them nicely and sanitize them. I had like $4 worth of stuff at a garage sale, and I had a $5. He didn't want to give me $1 back, and then I found these in a bucket and threw it in. I think it was a paid $1 for them. So they sold for
$30 shipped.
Yes, very good.
Next up,
We're gonna
Cameron
make
got
some more memories for somebody.
from this same person. Cameron picked up the official Pasadena Rose Parade programs and media guides. We have the ones from 89, 90, 04, and 13. And so there's literally different ones, and it tells you about like each different float that was in there and sponsors, and there's a huge lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really super valuable, to be honest. I looked them up. Individual ones don't sell that well. But I got them all in a big bundle from a bunch of books and stuff I bought. They were in there, and they sold for
$68 shipped.
I'm happy with that. And I think I have a couple more that I need to throw in that I just found extra that are not listed. So
next up, we have this pair of
oh gosh,
vintage
how can people see with these?
Christian Dior gold tone glass frames.
These are like
we did put frames only because you can't sell prescription.
Yeah.
So remember that, guys. Don't put it that they're prescription. And they are made in Austria. They have the numbers 47, 58, and 16 on them.
The crazy thing is the listing of this, the picture is just me holding it like this. Like you can see, it's just my hand in this. So it must have just not selected the right pick or whatever. It has the other ones, luckily.
Yeah, but
some of them.
There's not like his nice one in the front.
My first pick, like normally would just show these, is not there, but they sold.
Yeah.
They were from like, I think I paid a couple bucks at a garage sale.
And those sold for $42.50 shipped.
So yeah. If you watch J Ride Flips, he's like the sunglass guy. So
yeah, he gets a lot of those. Next or last, we have a Kohala Kineo series mahogany soprano 21-inch ukulele. It is
sure is nice looking.
Ukulele model something. I'm not sure what the model is, but anyways, that
UCOG C95 or something like that.
There you go. That we picked up at Salvation Army, and that did sell for $38 and some change.
I think I paid $5.99 for it, so I probably won't cost too much. It's a little bit weird shaping, but it's still very light and it's not too big. So we'll still make probably $15 on it. It looks like it's brand new. So wait, does that say? Oh yeah, that's not the auction. That's the regular one. So that makes sense. Well, I would like to go to that Salvation Army again. It's very fun to go there, but maybe we'll go one day. Anyways, that's all we have. Great day, sold a lot of stuff, and we'll see you in a second with what sells on Tuesday. Let's read one more for you guys while we're in here.
You can't even read any of them. They're all bad.
I'm trying to find one
that's at least PG. Won't get us demonetized. You got nothing?
Okay, here's one. This is one.
Don't say anything. Just read it. Don't refer to anybody or anything. Just read it. You okay?
there's a lot of these that... Okay, here we go. I finally found it has nothing to do with...
The title.
Yeah, the 3-letter word. Retirement. The time in your life when you stop lying about your age and start lying around the house. Lying as in laying around, sleeping around, you know. So a lot of these though, they're just bad. Read them. It's bad. It's bad, guys. It's bad. I'm glad I didn't look at all those before when I listed it, but we'll see in a second. Back with sales for Tuesday. How do we do?
Good. We made goal, so that's good. We had a couple good sales in here. That's why.
She was looking for the first time. What are the numbers?
We had 14 sales. Nope, we had 13 sales on our main platform, eBay, for $830.
Very nice. Let's get into it.
First step,
Old listing.
the dog. If you guys remember, McDonald's did a thing, and also the dog was pretty big. There were all these things. They had these little bodies and the big heads, and they even had plastic versions of them, kind of like Little's Pet Shop. I had a bunch of those, and the little stuffy ones from McDonald's and stuff. I really like those back in the day. But this is one of them. This is the Black Labrador puppy. It's supposed to do stuff.
Yeah, it also has a little tear in the back.
Yeah, so
that's why I didn't sell well. Even though now we have someone in our family who does all the stitching for us, so if I would have remembered this, I would have just had her stitch it. Yeah. But she didn't get a chance to do it. So
yeah, so sold for $17 shipping.
Just happy to see it get out of here though. Plush, love when they sell.
Yes, please. Then we got a Sony TV remote, so over 13 and some change. Next up, these are pretty cool. I think the first time we found these, I think I found them.
Yeah, this was a second set that I bought.
These are die-cast metal miniature pencil sharpeners, but they're shaped like objects. So you have a harp, you have a train. They have the full set of like musical instruments, like a piano, a trumpet, different things like that. Okay. There's a cute little typewriter. They are just super cute. I hope they go to somebody who's gonna like. It's a wood stove. Who's gonna like restore them?
What's this one? It's missing a piece. Here's an
organ. That's cute. So yeah, those are adorable.
They are in rough shape. This was a lot. I got for $40. I paid way too much. I sold a couple little music sets by themselves, and I think one other piece by itself. So I made a little bit more money, but I bought them and they were just kind of rough, and some of them weren't complete or they're whatever. So I put them in a big lot and they sold for
$76 and some change.
So we're still making money. With everything else we sold, we'll probably double up and when it's all said and done. But definitely would probably not spend that much again. I will buy them, but I would rather buy them in better condition or for a way cheaper price.
Yeah. Then the upper buy, we have The Lair, complete season 1 2-disc set, sold for $12 shipped. Then that group or that lot of women's large shoes that Cameron purchased for like $2 a piece. You have this pair of American Eagle bright floral ballet flats, size 12, for $25 shipped.
Very good.
Then we got this Howard Miller mantle shelf clock. What's 2 jewels? What does that mean? Is that the brand?
I don't know.
Cameron put in there 2 jewels, 340-020. It's a West Germany. It's for made in West Germany. It's for parts of repair because it does not work, unfortunately. It's got the big old doohickey in the back, and hopefully somebody can repair it because it is really pretty.
Yeah, 2 jewels it says in here.
Oh, okay. And that did sell for $142 shipped. We've had it listed for quite a while.
I had a lot of people that message us and be like, hey, I'll give you 50. I'll give you 60. Just held out on it because it's a bigger piece. I think I paid like 10 for it. So
there you go. Then out of the dog stuff, we have this Arcadia Trail Ultra Adjustable Quilted Dog Coat in large, sold for $17 shipped.
This is the right one, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So, yep, another one selling. It's our 5th or 6th piece.
Then here's a big one. This is a Sloan Optima Plus sensor activated electronic soap dispenser. And there it is with a bottle of soap even. Where did we get that?
from the lady that I've been buying all this stuff from, who sold us the Bissels that were recalled, as well as the nail polish that we've been selling.
And the cracked bread machines.
She had a bunch of these, and I saw one had sold for $250. I didn't see a recall for it when I was doing a quick search.
That always helps.
So I bought like 5 of them, I think, for $15 each. And I was like, well, I'll take a shot. She's got some more, but I didn't want to buy them all until. But this one sold for
$250 shipped.
Yes, I did check it to make sure it was all there. Ran through the item list just to make sure nothing was missing. It is brand new. As long as this one goes through okay without any issues, I will buy the rest of what she has now, because I think she's got like 5 left.
There you go. So. Then the Opera Buy Again Before the Fall on DVD. It's disc only. Sold for $21 shipped.
Yes.
Then this is an old listing. Dang, it's an old listing.
Yes.
This is a Bosidin hair removal device.
Yeah.
It's a shaving epilator, and that sold for $45 shipped, and it's going eBay International.
That one we've had for long. That's one of our oldest listings.
Yeah. Next up, out of our $800 doll buy, we have this Chonner doll outfit. It's a 16-inch sealed, always someplace to go dress. It's very pretty. It's a multi-layer dress with the tulle and the lace and colors and
some beads on there.
It's very pretty.
This is the only actual outfit that they bought from them. Everything else was already was dolls with already outfits on and everything. This was the only just plain outfit set. Paid $5 for this one.
And it sold for $93 shipped.
So that was pretty good. Goes to the doll buy, which we are already $1,200 in profit. We spent $800. We've already made $800 back, and we're already $1,200, I think, above it or something like that. Nice. Or $1,100 or something. So pretty good.
Next up, we have this set of Neil Shusterman books, Unwind, numbers 1 through 3, sold for $20 shipped. Then last but not least, out of the $250 DVD and games buy, we got this Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories PS1 game, sold for $15 shipped.
That's a recent buy from my main source. I bought $200 worth of DVD, or $200 video game, $3 DVDs, put it all together. It was sitting in our living room for a while as I went through it all, because there was a lot of stuff. Really good buy, though, and that's the first thing to sell. So, should be pretty profitable. That's all we got. We got to get all this packed up, and we'll see you guys in a second with what sells on Wednesday. Back with sales for... Playing a video here, bro? We're trying to work.
My Facebook. Wednesday.
This is probably going to come up on your performance review this year. Not being on task.
Anyways.
She writes her own bonuses, though, so it's really hard. How did we do?
We had 10 sales just on eBay. Again, no other ones. I did have one person ask about something, but yeah, it's probably not going to pan out. So, anyways, we came in at 10 sales on our main platform, eBay, for just around $425.
Okay. Good day.
Yeah, so we did make goal.
Cool mix of stuff here. Let's get into it. First off, we just sold one of these the other day.
We have this Nintendo GameCube. It's the silver one, tested and works. Has the plugs. We did not include any games or controllers with it, and it sold for just under $89 shipped.
We sold one of these the other day. One of them I got for 10, one I got for 30. I don't remember which one was which, but we're in 2 of them for 40, and we sold them for like basically the same price, about 180. I usually sell them without the controller. I usually sell the controller separately. I feel like it sells a little bit more money that way. You can make a little bit more. So also, if you don't have a controller that's like in good condition, you can, as long as these work, you can still just sell these.
Yeah.
So, and no games. I never put games with the systems. It's rare that I would, because I just sell them in big.
Games have good value.
Yeah, and if they're not valuable, I'd rather just put them in a lot and sell them like that. Yeah. So next
up, we got a 2-pack of Harley Davidson shirts. They're faded one. They have the flag on one. I don't know if that one has a flag too.
This is the Rides of Mars. This one's got some staining on it, like okay, somewhere. Just a little dust, but it's got some staining on this one too. Oh, down at the bottom here.
Oh, okay.
These were just from a big Harley shirt buy, or not just Harleys, but a bunch of shirts. I think they're like $1 each. And Harley shirts don't sell that well unless there's something special, or maybe like a large size. You're just size large, so I just put them together, same size, and they sold for
$25 shipped.
We sold another set the other day for around the same price for 2 of them. They were size medium, so that's how I'm going to do it. If I get Harley's the same size, I'll just slide them together and sell them that way.
Next up, out of a deal Cameron got, I think it's a PS2 lot for $80. This is Enter the Matrix for PS2, sold for $8 and some change.
It's just really the disc only, because this is like a Hollywood video case. So.
Then we have a pair of Cleveland CG10 wedges, a 56 and a 60 right-handed clubs, sold for $70 shipped.
I think these came out of an $80 bag, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. Next up, we got a tailor-made R7 quad, 9.5 degree.
Lefty club.
Left-handed driver. We had somebody messaged us, said he was completing a set for his son who is a lefty and wanted to know if we could get it to him for 40. We went 45 and it sold.
Yep. That was $5.
Next up, repeat buyer purchased The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for Xbox 360 for $12 shipped on an offer, and that was out of the $250 DVD and games bundle. That was the big bundle of stuff.
We sold our first game yesterday, then this one, and we have one more to show you.
Next up, we got a Nikon D40X body only. It powers on, and the shutter has an issue.
Yep.
So it's sold for parts as is for $36 shipped.
Just happy to see it go. I forgot what I paid for that one.
Then you guys have seen this twice now.
Twice, yeah. This is our third one.
This is our third one to sell. Cameron picked up a 5-pack of
maybe 5 or I don't remember now, but at least 5
of 20-inch basketball trophies. They're heavy duty. They are really good. They're all in really good condition. Cameron got them in a lot of basketball equipment and Nike stuff that looks like it belonged to like a local team. And so
it was like a league, actually.
Oh, league. So he has parted everything out. We sold through most of the Nike stuff, except we're almost out of the socks, and then obviously the trophies, and we have some other stuff. So that's
they did have plaques on them, or this would be a plaque. Or,
yeah, it's a plaque.
And I had to use like a heat gun and like heat it off. And it had some kind of a championship league on there.
Yes.
Sorry, our daughter asked us a question. And so yeah, I figured these might. So I paid $20 for all of them. I said they might sell for like either someone making a trophy for their kid or a fantasy league or something of a basketball. A lot of times they like to have a trophy for the league. And this is our third one to sell for
$70 shipped.
2 have sold for $70. I think we took a best offer of $60 or $65 on the first one. So we've done really well on those, and I have more to list. So I will now pull another one down. I will heat gun the thing off and list it. They are some scratches. They're not in perfect shape, but still very cool.
Yep. Next up, we got a Snap-on tool. It's a 1/2-inch drive socket extension, sold for $27 shipped.
Snap-on's a great brand. Plus, these long extensions for a good brand of tools usually sell. So.
And then out of that $250 DVD and game bundle, again, we have Tekken 7 for Xbox One, sold for $16 shipped.
And just to be clear, we're far from the profit yet because we've only sold about $30-something, $40 in games. But there, I've listed, I want to say it was already $600 or something like that. And I haven't even touched all the video game stuff, and I still have, actually I listed it, I haven't checked to see, and I have all the DVD stuff. So it's very profitable. So that's all we got, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to be back in a second with what sells on Thursday. Back with sales for Thursday. How did we do? She's had a long day today. She also had to make taco meat for like 50 people.
And I had to deal with him.
That was the easy part, I think we could all say. I would have
made taco meat for 100. Oh, wait, I did the other day.
The thing about it is, the beautiful thing for Linda is she gets to deal with me on a regular basis. It's a blessing. You guys only knew the truth. Let's get into it.
We had 12 sales across 2 different platforms. One of them came in at the last minute. We came in at 6:30 for our day, which is super good. I was like wondering. I looked at the numbers.
My finger off
I'm not.
This is like that thing where they got like the knife behind you, like, hey, say good things about me.
He doesn't though.
Anyways,
I was looking at the numbers because I was like, wow, wait, how do we hit 600? And I'm looking at the table, and I'm like, okay, like I can kind of see it, but it still doesn't make sense. Obviously, numbers never lie,
hard.
But yeah. So first up, over on Depop, Depop obviously doesn't let us put like the extras, so I'm not sure which.
This is from
which buy it is.
No.
Not at all.
This is from our main source, I believe.
Oh, okay. So
yes,
this is from our main source. It's a Ryan Matthews San Diego Chargers number 24 size small Reebok jersey, sold for $14 plus fire paid shipping.
I think I paid $1 or $2 for it. Ryan Matthews not used to play for the team, doesn't play anymore. Not the greatest Charger ever, so getting $14 plus the shipping is good. Yeah. And I'm a sucker for jerseys. So
yes, he
you guys
is.
didn't know.
Next up, one of Cameron's favorite.
These are Linda's original underwear from Kmart. She picked them up in the department 30. These are the Bentley underwear. Go ahead. No, these aren't yours.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. Literally what I'm talking about. So, Saks Fifth Avenue, one of our favorite ones that we used to go to on rainy days when he couldn't go garage selling and he'd throw a fit. He found a bunch of vintage underwear, and this is a set of them. They're the Bentley cotton high waist size 7. Cameron put in their whites or granny panties, and those.
That's copying someone's listing, to be fair. I'm not calling anyone a granny if you wear those. That's just what the listing says.
So. Hopefully somebody's going to enjoy those.
These were like 50 cents a piece.
And they're actually white, too.
Yeah.
We have gotten some that were not.
We can't sell those. Yeah. But it's better. These ones are brand new because they have the tag, but I prefer them all sealed in plastic. So, but let's get into it. Next item.
Next item. At a $1,200 tool buy, we have another set of Sun & Stones. The LH13 sold for $45 shipped.
We'll take it.
We don't know what they're for, but we like to sell.
They are profitable. We don't have much Sun & stuff left, which is very sad to say.
Then now the Funko buy. This is a 2021 Funko Pop ECCC Spring Convention exclusive Boney Tony from GPK. Which I don't know what GPK is.
Bro. Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, okay. I didn't have those. I only remember seeing them in like those sticker things you put in 3/4 and pop out the plastic.
Like you have them like arcade, like bowling alleys.
Yeah,
have them. Yeah.
I remember those, but and he is number 05.
We had a couple of him from the Funko buy, and it's been nice to sell some stuff from the Funko buy recently.
That one sold for $18 shipped.
Yeah, so this was a cool one. It's an older listing. I was happy to see. I was telling Linda past week or so too.
A few old stuff.
Older listings have been selling, which is very great.
And we can tell not by like dates or stuff because we don't go and like look. Oh, let's see when we listed it. It's by pictures because Cameron changes up his background like
every few years.
Yeah.
Even though this one, I really like the one I have right now.
When it was at the first apartment, and then he upgraded, and then we moved to the second apartment, and then when we were at my parents' house, and then here,
I've had 2 different ones here.
He had different ones even before me, when he lived somewhere else, and he had a background there.
I don't want to talk about those times.
So it's just, it was on a nightstand in front of a purple wall.
Well, we don't think we have anything listed from that time. It's all been sold.
Oh, and then there was also the time before you set up in the bedroom where you took on our circle table that we got from Grammy. There's a lot of different sets, but that's how we age things. That's how we know how old the listing is because of the background.
Right.
So
this one is from a parents' house.
From parents' house.
I know.
There's a lot for the Wiggles VHSs. We've got Wiggly, Safari, Hoopty-Doo, Top of the Tots,
and Wiggle Time.
And those sold for $26 and some change.
That's pretty good. I think I paid probably a couple bucks max for them. I don't even know if the Wiggles tapes really sell that well. They could have been priced too high. Who knows? But happy to see them go.
Then I had a guy message me about this item yesterday saying,
couple times, different people. Yeah,
I want it, but I'm just going to use it for parts. Can you go cheaper? Yada, yada. But this guy's huge. Like, literally, like, you guys seen a regular VHS in heat layer, and this is not that. This is huge. This is... But just, like, in size, I mean. And
it's definitely wider. Like, lengthwise, it's the same, but this way, this way, it's longer than usual.
So he's a big boy. This is a Sony SVHS video cassette recorder. It is silver as is for parts only, so it does not work. But
it's the SLV R1000, by the way. This is a good model.
So people wanted it because they're like, well, if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna part it out and stuff. And then we're like, yesterday I told the guy $150. He's like, okay, I might be able to make that happen. Then it sold this morning for a full asking price of $170 shipped. So I messaged that guy and I go, oh, sorry, guy. He's like, oh, it's okay. I found someone else with a cheaper one where I just needed the body. And I'm like, cool. Worked out for both of us.
I think I paid $30, maybe $40 for it. I paid up because I was like, well, if it works, this is like a $300 unit. And I was like, if it doesn't, I can still make money parts, which I'll still be able to. So sometimes I do that and take a chance,
Then now that $250 DVD and video game buy, we have Mario Kart Double Dash for Nintendo GameCube. Always a great game to look out for because this game sells for $75 shipped. Ours does have the manual, which most of the time GameCube games, you're probably not going to have the manual because they're very big and bulky and they make this thing very heavy. But Mario Kart Double Dash is always a great game to look out for because it always sells for a high value.
Yeah. Now, so our first biggest sell from that $250 buy, that probably puts us around $100, a little over 100 in sales, which is great.
Awesome. Then another older listing, Army Wives, the seasons 1 through 4 on DVD. I've never heard of this series, and I don't know if it's streaming on anything.
It's from
It's by ABC Studios, so it might be streaming on Peacock or Paramount.
2010 DVD release is what it says. And that may have the show maybe before that, but
maybe not Peacock. Maybe it's Paramount.
I don't know where I got them from, but these actually sold for some pretty good money.
For $43 shipped.
They've been listed a while though. Just happy to see them go.
Then this one's not an older listing. This is fairly new, at least since we moved here. It's new, so that could be in the last 5 years. But
no, probably like because I didn't get those till like maybe that's like 3 years most.
It's a Zenith Data Systems laptop computer.
This is the newest version, like a MacBook.
It's sold as is.
I think it's heavy.
Parts
I have a
only.
MacBook. This is like heavy.
It does not have any power to it, at least as far as we know. We don't have a plug or anything for it, and it doesn't take batteries. So
no, it has. I looked for the power cord and I couldn't find one, and the one I had to try to make it work, I couldn't get something to work.
yeah.
So I got it for I think $10, just because I sell old laptops sometimes, and I do pretty well even broken. We sold a. What was it the other day? A Lenovo ThinkPad. ThinkPads sell really well.
Yeah.
But I sold other ones. Then I had one laptop that I got. It was an older HP. It worked. It turned on. Wasn't locked. I sold it for like 200 and something bucks to somebody. It only had like a gig of RAM. So sometimes I do well on these old laptops. So this one I paid 10 or 15, and it sold for?
It sold for $117 shipped.
So I got some pretty heavy packing to do.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
Hulu for Army
ABC
Wives.
is on Hulu, so yeah, but it's still sold. Must be a good
NBC
something.
is Peacock, not ABC.
Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay, sorry.
Killing me, Smalls.
Been out of our car parts, one of our better ones. Normally, you guys have seen when we sell our car parts, and it's these little bags. They're anywhere from $10 to $20. Pretty decent, but every now and then we have a gem like this. Is a genuine Nissan air intake temperature sensor, and that sold for 40 and some change.
Yeah, one of the better. I think we've had a couple in the 60s and 70s. That's probably top 10 for sure for price.
Yeah.
And that buy was $35. We have the box is getting smaller, but there's still some items in there.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see because that's been very profitable. We're over
another bucket of car parts.
I don't know if we're over 1,000. We're almost at $1,000 in profit on a $35 bucket.
That's cool. Next up, off of a Cafetali, Italy.
Never heard of the brand before.
Yeah,
I only bought it one time.
I would think it would be like a Cafe Italy, maybe it's Italian brand, but it's like Cafetali.
Oh, this is by the coffee bean and tea leaf. I didn't even realize that. CBTL is coffee bean and tea leaf right there.
Well, that makes sense. It's the coffee maker replacement container for something.
Just a coffee maker of some kind. I don't know. I think I paid 10 for the whole unit.
And it sold for just under $20 shipped.
Had a couple different parts to part out.
Cool.
And
Last but not least, for PSP, we have Kingdom of Heaven, the UMD, sold for 8 and some change.
This is not a good example, but there are some PSP movie UMD videos that actually sell for like $15 to $25. I better get that. We just sold. You can start telling them about it.
So you guys remember that Bosch mixer that we got? That is one of the big bad boy, the 800 watt one. We sold it for.
Does it have the white base or the white connector piece?
It's 2 diamond shaped pieces stuck to a silver.
Silver. Okay, that's the one.
But so it is the 800 watt. Bosch Universal Mixer. We sold it in total, the whole thing, for $300 shipped, plus shipping. Buyer got it, said didn't work out for them. It came back. We were very sad for that because obviously that's a big sale to lose. So Cameron decided he was going to part it out instead, and because it is one of the newest models and it is the highest wattage one that they have out right now, it was better to just start parting it out. So this is the first piece off of that. Oh, no. We sold the base. The base sold
for 100 plus shipping, but I know we made some extra money in the shipping, which is good. But I decided to part out like Linda said, and the good thing was not many people were selling individual parts for it. So someone had a big lot of like all of them, which if you know about selling attachments, not the way to do it, because most people, if they're buying, they just need a specific set. Versus if they may have everything else, they've lost or broken a piece. So I decided to do them individually, and I made this little set right here. The little silver piece is how they attach, so it makes sense to put them together.
So that is the cookie paddles attachment for that 800 watt mixer, and that piece sold for $60 shipped. So if you guys do some math, we've already sold the base for 100, this individual piece for 60. So there's 160 bucks, and originally we sold the whole thing with all these pieces for 300
plus shipping.
plus shipping.
So this piece is free shipping, but I have 3 different sets of similar things like this that are each at 60. I have the bowl for 80, which someone did want to pay like 50, but I said no because we're like the cheapest price right now, or the only price. And then I also have the lid to the bowl. It's like a double 2-part lid that I think is listed for like 60. So when it's all said and done, we'll probably actually make a little bit more money when it's all said. There's also some other accessories too, but it'll be a lot of different sales, but it's just going to be less risk of a return because people wanted the dough hook. I think I mentioned that. I think we don't have the dough hook.
Something special about the dough hook.
It was just too many questions about the dough hook, and the person returned it and said it wasn't for them. I'm like,
question if they wanted the dough hook and just didn't ask.
So we're just going to part it out. We're already in the profit because we only paid $25. So
yeah,
we're plenty, and we love selling kitchen. Well, I love selling kitchen parts. I think Linda does. I mean, she doesn't like packing the Cuisinart bowls, but we've made so much money selling. If you've watched us long enough,
we got that from
Savers.
No,
I didn't get that.
No, we didn't get anything from nobody. Don't even. I know what you're trying to say, and that's not even true.
What?
Part it out?
No, I'm just saying. In general, it's better to part it out, just because you're gonna make more money in the long run, and it's easier.
Yeah, and I think you can target, especially with older kitchen stuff, you can target a buyer, like I said, who needs one piece. Who wants to go buy an old Cuisinart food processor, the whole unit? Nobody. Or just buy a newer, brand new one, right? A new Cuisinart one.
No, but some people who like their kitchen appliances and their good quality kitchen appliances would rather replace a piece than go out and buy a new one and have to learn all the new stuff with it.
So it's our way of, we can take one whole food processor and actually fix 3 people's out there, in a sense, like give them a replacement piece to keep theirs going. And
we're doing good for the community.
Exactly. We're just out there making stuff. Not everything has to go to landfill right away.
We really are all about that. Reduce,
and the real motive is actually just so we can make some money. Yeah. But it's a benefit if we can keep people's e-waste out of the bin, the trash. So that's all we have. Live sales is great. What does that put us at? Over 700?
We were at 630, so no.
Close.
Almost. We were close.
Great day. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back in the next video with what sells this weekend.